So I reposted a video from a year ago, just this morning, and it had a donkey on it, and I titled it something like, "Be careful who you talk about, they may be a prophet," right? And in the video, oh, hey y'all, hey. So in the video, I was saying, I can't quite remember what I said, but I really wanted to say the word ass. And that same day, I was looking at this show that I never even watched, I never even looked at before. And someone in the show said the word you are looking for is ass or something like that. It's the track record, a track record of a true prophet of God. I'm just saying, if God can use a donkey, and I really want to say that the actual the ASS, I really do. If God can use a donkey. Remember how I said my spirit guides be using TV to speak messages? Here it comes.
The correct answer was ass.
To deliver a message to somebody. And I was like, well, my gods have spoken because I spelt it, but what I heard was like, it was almost like an urging for me to say ass, but I was like, no, I just spell it, I keep it PG, right? This was while I was making the video, and then just to see this show that I never watched before, and they said the actual word that I was really supposed to say, because I was really I was being disobedient, and yes, over the word ass. So y'all, fast forward to just now, literally minutes ago, and I stumbled across someone's video. I ain't never seen this brother before in my life. And he basically was saying, matter of fact, just check out the video.
No, I'm a child of God, right? And I don't know, just lately with everything I do, streaming content, this and that, I just feel like I'm slipping away and I don't want to do that. I've done it before, and right now, it's like, you kind of feel like crazy. You're going crazy in your head, bro. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm going crazy, bro. And I just feel like I can't find him right now. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take the time to rededicate myself to God, because I wouldn't be here without him. You know what I mean? Without God, there's no me, right? Without God, I wouldn't have this platform. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck?
So let me get this straight. So I basically reposted a video from a year ago, and I titled it something like, because I forgot, "Be careful who you talk about, because they may be a prophet." And then I had a donkey, and here it is. I'm looking at this brother's video, and his side was not one, but two donkeys. You know that saying that God works in mysterious ways, because God surely does. And you know what else? A while ago, a little over a year ago, I was sharing with someone my notes, like the literal notes that I wrote from my very first channeling experience, down to cuss words and everything. He said something along the lines of, everything that I shared, he believed, he was on point. He didn't question. he questioned the cuss words. He said that God and angels and angelic beings wouldn't cuss. That's what he said, in other words. But for real, who are we to say what words God, angelic beings can use, would use, angels, archangels? Who are we? Because cuss words are words that man made up, right? We tend to put God, our angels, our protectors in a box. We expect them to do things and look like certain things, and we even assign them genders because that's what we're familiar with. We also figure that, well, some of us, that men and women of God, that they aren't supposed to cuss. But you know, cussing and cursing are two totally different things. We tend to confuse the two or even use them interchangeably, but they are two different things. But what I've come to realize is God, angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, they all have a sense of humor. We are so stuffy down here on earth that everything is just rigid and gotta be this way. Because if it's not of God. Seriously, they laugh at us. Some of us are just way too serious for their liking. And you know, there's a place and time. I get it. But I'm not telling y'all what to do. Just a suggestion that y'all stop putting God, angelic beings in a box in what they should look like, sound like, speak like, even their humor. So that's really the message that's supposed. I just want to share that today because I just find it really, really interesting, the timing. But then again, my audio and visual angels, they be on it.
They be on it. Oh man, they be so on it. Oh.
So, as usual, and as always, and as usual, be happy and remember to find joy in your journey. I love you, and until next time.